Well, it's a big day today. I just bought my first vehicle. It's a 1997 Dodge Ram 1500 with the 5.2 liter V8 Magnum. It's a pretty clean truck. Second gen Dodges, they have a couple problems they're known for. You can see the dash is mint. It's original dash with no cracks. The headliner, it's not sagging, the guy redid it. A little bit of a rip in the seat. So let's do a quick walk around of this truck. Of course, it's a long bed. Usually these trucks are super rotted out. This one has a little bit of rust, you know, there, a little bit starting in this rocker, but the cab corners are completely solid. Bed corners solid. He put these fender flares on, but the bed is still mint. It's a four-wheel drive. The AC doesn't work, but I already know why. There's a hole in the condenser. Got cruise control. The horn works. It's got that upgraded radio. A couple extra parts it came with. The old mirrors, he upgraded these to the newer style. And then some wheel spacers. That Dodge, 90s Dodge quality right here. That airbag light goes out and the brake lights are on because one of the front brake lines blew out. That's why we brought this thing home on. Oh, look at that. It's full of gas. It's got the 5.2. There's your hole in the condenser. So that should be pretty easy to change out. You know, a little bit of ticking, but no big deal. Now let's wash this thing off. Yeah, the radio does work. My pressure washer just decided it didn't want to play anymore. Don't think there's supposed to be water coming out of the oil plug for the pump. I could be wrong though. From what I washed so far, she looks pretty sharp. You know, I could use a little touch up in some places, but not a big deal. So I just picked up this new Rancho steering damper because these steering dampers are pretty common to go out on these second gen Dodges, so I figure might as well replace it, even though the truck still isn't even registered. So check this out. That was not doing anything versus the new one. That's super stiff. this is good, then I'm replacing this. All right, that one very smooth. And as far as the brake line, that was blown. You can see the NICOP line I put in here. It was blown on the old steel one right up there where it goes into the hose. So I replaced NICOP all the way to the other side where there's a T, where a hose goes to this wheel and then a line goes to the top. And that damper looks pretty good in there. Comes with this boot, just zip tie it on. That's garbage. This one's putting up a little bit of a fight. Check that out. Broke the socket, 14 millimeter, 12 point. It's going pretty good until then. Looks like they did put a little anti-seize on these. All right, I found another one. This one's a lot thicker. the air hammer helps with getting this apart, and I didn't even have to take off that diff cover. Alright, that wasn't too bad. This U-joint's fine. So, if it's not broken, don't fix it. Well, you guys missed it, but I hit this a bunch of times with the hammer, and now it's off. So now we have good access to these ball joints. Yeah, look at that. That's garbage. So I picked up this ball joint press today at my local AutoZone. I thought the tool loaner program was going to be like you get a tool and bring it back the next day, but really it's just you buy it and then return it whenever you want. And so I don't know, they could have just called it like return your tool program. But anyway, they wanted you, they had me pay $120 for this, and like, look at it, like it's broken. So we want to press this ball joint up so this adapter fits over the whole thing. Then that. Alright, so it's been a couple days. Let me just do a quick recap of what we've gotten done. Ball joints, everything's done on this side. Control arms, I fixed the rust. On this control arm mount, I welded in a patch panel. Got both lower control arms in with the new adjusting bolts. Just gonna leave the uppers alone. There's nothing visually wrong with them, so I figure why mess with them. You can see this side looks even better. Then I got the right tie rod in, and the steering damper with the steering damper mount is also installed. So now let's get this left tie rod on. All right, the tie rods are on. Now let's get the brakes done. This should be pretty easy. So I've been driving this truck for a couple months now. It drives pretty good for 97. It does have a little bit of play in the steering, as you'd expect. And the little 5.2 V8 is pretty gutless. Not much power at all. And I've been getting about 11 miles per gallon. So pretty bad mileage. That glass pack does sound pretty good though. Installed the brake controller, and I found a trailer hitch receiver on Marketplace. Paid 50 bucks for that, and the brake controller I think was like 40 bucks on Amazon. And I just ran the wires myself and then bought a plug and a bracket so I can pull a trailer. According to the manual, I can tow 7,000 pounds with this truck. Alright, I got one more thing I want to do to this truck real quick. I bought this new serpentine belt for it a while ago, but I never put it on because it stopped squeaking. But it's been squeaking now in the mornings for a couple minutes after you start it, so, and it's getting a little bit annoying, so let's... let's try and not forget where this goes. I changed one of these idler pulleys. I forget which one it was. I changed the pulley, but I didn't change the belt because I think I didn't have it. And then it stopped squeaking for a little bit. And I didn't worry about it. This alternator pulley's wrong. Is it? I guess it's fine. Squeaking, but it looks like that is not the right alternator pulley. Kind of looks to me like it's not the right alternator either, because there's some like spacer carrying stuff going on there. While we're under here, I just check everything. I look for stuff that might be leaking, check the washer fluid. I'll look for anything that might be loose. Alright, I'm gonna end this video now. Done the initial repairs to this truck to first get it on the road and then get it a little bit better, fixing those ball joints and tie rods. Then I also did a couple other fixes. I added LED headlights and replaced that AC condenser. That was pretty easy. It's just 4 bolts, and then the hardest part is getting those lines off. So maybe in the next video I'll try and fix some of this rust, because right now all it's doing is getting worse. And then I'm also going to order a new rocker panel from Rock Auto. And look at that. Oh wow. Yeah, that's worse than it looked. Yeah, this whole thing's gonna come off. It's solid back here though. On this side the door is a little bit worse, but the rocker's still there. Oh yeah, and then someone hit something. Can't really notice that. Yeah, these trucks just rot to nothing. On this, another thing I also know I have to do is change this front right axle seal. You can see it's leaking there. Probably should have done that when I had it apart before, but... So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next one.